How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family. Woo-hoo. This story that I'm doing, or unquote video, it's really major. And I'm going to break it all down to the royal family. Now, we know that this is John Kelly, the empty barrel. I'm starting with him for a reason. And the reason why I'm starting with him, because his position is to, unquote, clean house, and also to make sure that the people that work around Trump are properly vetted or have a security clearance. Now, on a side note, Omarosa was cleared. I want y'all to keep that in mind. I'm gonna say it to y'all in the end after I put this whole thing together. I want y'all to keep that in mind. Omarosa was cleared all the way to the top. And after I do this whole video, you'll fully understand what I'm talking about. The importance of having top security clearance. Again, my royal family, Omarosa was cleared. Okay? So that meant that she was privy to a lot of information. So let's keep that on a side note. So, anyway, let's go over here. Now, Trump's daughter can't stand John Kelly. And it has turned out that Trump's son-in-law wasn't cleared. And also he wasn't properly vetted. And you will see when I play these videos what I'm talking about. Now, this is what you call the rubber has met the road. Because if y'all have noticed, my royal family, Trump highly depends on his daughter and his son-in-law. See, his son-in-law will take the time to read a briefing. See, every morning you get a briefing about what's going on around the world. Trump ain't gonna read that shit. He ain't gonna read that shit at all. Because we know that he read at a 4th grade level. And plus also ego gets in the way too as well. So Trump highly depends on his daughter and his son-in-law. Now we have a problem. Now I'm going to make a prediction, my royal family, and we'll see if it comes in fruition. My prediction is Trump's daughter is going to work overdrive in getting this motherfucker out of office, because now it's affecting her immediate situation. Because you think about this. She works closely with her father. Her husband do. And now he's not privy to certain classified information. Now, we're going to keep it real, my royal family. He's still able to be privy to it. But for appearances purposes, they have to do what they have to do to keep the masses satisfied. And you got eyes everywhere. And Trump and them cannot operate the way they used to operate. But some kind of way, I know that he's still privy to it to some extent. But if he has to travel and go different places, no. So he cannot properly represent the president being one of his top advisors. So Trump's daughter is going to have deep resentment towards John Kelly, the unquote empty barrel. John Kelly, karma. She's a true bitch. You got some shit that you got to deal with. So, that's my prediction, my royal family. We're going to see how that plays itself out. So, first thing first, my royal family. I'm going to play this video so we can, for a minute or so, we're going to find out who Jared is all about. Who is he? Who is he? Well, let's find out, my royal family.
I did not collude with Russia. Okay, my royal family, let's shut that down. We got a little bit better of a picture of who he is and what I was thinking, my royal family. Also, his son-in-law know the family's dirty laundry. Boy, that dude seemed girly, don't he? And you know they got 3 children. You know they got 3 children together. He seems so girly. Let me show y'all real quick. I didn't even know they had children because I wasn't interested in his daughter like that. But yeah, they got 3 children here. And like I said, he knows the family's dirty laundry. And let's put this back here because I want that meme there for a reason. So anyway, my royal family, I have 2 more videos so we can fully understand and get a bigger picture of what's really going on and how this empty barrel plays a big part. This is a big deal, my royal family. They're being hush-hush about it to some extent, but it's going to blow over. Yeah, John Kelly, you're going to be looking like this. You're going to be looking like this because Trump's daughter is a vindictive bitch.
CBS News has confirmed the security clearance of Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, has been downgraded. Kushner, a senior advisor, will no longer have access to the top security report, the president's daily brief. More now on this from Margaret Brennan.
Mr. President, on Jared's downgraded clearance, sir, any concerns?
President Trump ignored questions about whether his son-in-law, Jared Kushner's high-level security clearance had been downgraded, effectively shutting off his access to information that, if disclosed, could be damaging to national security. As an advisor to the president, Kushner had been granted interim access to such materials while the FBI completed his background check. The report was delayed after Kushner had to refile his paperwork 3 times because of undisclosed contacts with foreign nationals. One of those encounters was a June 2016 meeting with a Russian lawyer at Trump Tower, a meeting that is now being examined by special counsel Robert Mueller.
He's a valued member of the team, and he will continue to do the important work that he's been doing since he started in the administration.
Kushner's portfolio includes key foreign policy items like Mideast peace and trade negotiations with Mexico.
General Kelly respects Jared a lot.
On Friday, President Trump said he'd left the decision on Kushner's security clearance up to the Chief of Staff, John Kelly.
And General Kelly will make that call. I won't make that call. I will let the general, who's right here, make that call. But Jared's doing some very important things for our country.
Kelly put new clearance rules in place after the disclosure that former Staff Secretary Rob Porter had obtained an interim security clearance despite his FBI background check that had revealed domestic abuse allegations by 2 ex-wives. A spokesperson for Kushner told CBS News that, quote, those involved in the process again have confirmed that there are dozens of people at Mr. Kushner's level whose process is delayed.
Margaret, do we know if Jared Kushner's background check raised any red flags?
Well, no red flags per se, but that final approval is still being delayed. The president himself on Friday blamed some of that on complex financial transactions and a broken system. But as to his ongoing role as an advisor to the president, multiple administration officials have raised concern that Kushner may be naive or even easily manipulated because he doesn't have experience on some of the incredibly complex foreign policy issues that he is involved with. Jeff?
Our White House correspondent and moderator of Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan. Margaret, thank you very much.
Ooh, did you hear that? Naive? Now, my royal family. He's 37 years old. I have a 36-year-old daughter. And I'm not saying that my daughter don't know about life, but 37 is very, very young. I just wanted to put that out there. And I don't care what anybody say. There is something in his background that is very concerning. And so far they're saying that he can be easily manipulated. And this is very important, my royal family. Some people don't fully realize that when you are being vetted, when you are being cleared by this country to represent this country, because he's a senior advisor. He's in the ear of the president. It is extremely important that you can't be manipulated. Now, my royal family, I'm going to say it again. Omarosa was cleared. Now, we are over a year into Trump being a president. And ain't everybody cleared. But they made damn sure they cleared Omarosa. Now, I did not do my due diligence to check to see if Ben Carson is cleared. But I bet you he's cleared. Oh, yeah. Anytime some black folks up there, 99.99, we cleared. We got to be squeaky ass clean. We already know this. And I'm rubbing that in. Omarosa was cleared. So you know, before she put her pinky toe up in that office, they was checking her background because she is loyal to the beast. So my royal family, the last video I'm going to play so we can understand the levels of clearances. Because some people don't know about this, and I personally didn't know about it until I did my research.
Security clearance over at the State Department, at the Pentagon. Walk us through the difference between what Kushner had, an interim top secret SCI, secure compartmented information security clearance, as opposed to what he has now, an interim secret security clearance.
Sure thing, Wolf, and it's important to remember that there are 3 levels of security clearance in the U.S. government: confidential, secret, and top secret. What we're going to do is kind of break down the differences between top secret and secret. It's also important to also remember that it's not just your clearance that matters, whether you get access to information and material. It's whether there's a need to know, whether you actually have to have it to do your job. So with that, let's take a look. Top secret's the highest level of clearance, most sensitive information. If it's disclosed, it could cause exceptionally grave damage to national security. That's the 2 big elements right there. Next. It's the most rigid storage and handling and access protocol. So if you're going to have access to top secret, that kind of material is really going to be carefully safeguarded from the time it's created to the time it's destroyed. And the clearance must be reinvestigated every single 5 years. Again, owing to the highest sensitivity of that information, Wolf. On the secret side, this is information that, if it's disclosed, could cause serious damage to national security, as opposed to top secret, which exceptionally grave damage to national security. There's going to be less detailed information with respect to secret material. It's not going to go into the sources and methods. It's not really going to lay out where all this information comes from and the context behind it. You're not going to have access to the president's full daily briefing. And I use the word full deliberately, Wolf, because there's going to be articles and material in the presidential daily briefing that will be at the secret level that Mr. Kushner would be able to see. But he's not going to be able to see all of it. And that clearance is going to be reinvestigated now every 10 years. Again, because the material under a security clearance isn't quite as sensitive as it is under the top secret.
All right, my royal family. So now we have a better understanding.
Big story this morning from...
We have a better understanding of how the process works. Now, I didn't go deep into it because I want to keep these things brief and everything. But the royal family, we have very good understanding. We have very good comprehension. So, back to John Kelly. The empty barrel. Oh yeah, I'm gonna rub that in about John Kelly. So, I could imagine my royal family behind the closed doors. Trump's daughter, she has a lot of influence over her father. And like I said, have y'all noticed again, even though his sons are there, it seems they don't have his ear like that. Now, usually, because me and my husband was discussing this earlier, if you have sons and daughters, usually a man wants to see his son carry his legacy on. And Trump has 2 sons on top of that. So usually the sons become vastly important and they stick to him. Now, I'm not saying they ain't close, but you got to check the play. His daughter has the influence. She marries this guy. He's coming into the family, and he has the president's ear. So, look at the dynamics. There has to be some type of resentment amongst the sons. Now, it may not boil over in front of us, but behind the scenes, the dynamics, my royal family, is deep. That you got this little girly looking dude that can get up in his ear. Also, you know, Trump, because you see how much the dude is worth. Over $700 million. See, Trump trips off of that type of stuff too, because he don't want to be bothered with people that are not extremely wealthy too. So all those dynamics play a part in Trump's head. And this dude right here is the unquote Achilles heel. And I just can't see him being in there too much longer, because now it's affecting the family's dynamics. Kelly is not in the circle like that. So, look at Trump's daughter closely. She's shrewd like her daddy. And I'm going to give up some jewels, my royal family. Now, this is a quote that I came up with a few years ago. A woman's well runs deep. The reason why I'm saying well, our well associates a woman's capacity to think. And the reason why, if a woman is wise and a woman does her own thinking, the reason why her well runs deep, because we can't just jump up and abruptly, physically do things like men do. If opposed to like you get mad at some dude, get mad at someone, well, I can't whoop a man's ass all the time. So that requires more thinking. And that also comes in with the art of war. So we have to sit and do more thinking. We're opposed to some, a man, and not saying a man don't think date, where he has a tendency to say, well, I'll just use my bravado. I will use my masculinity. I will use, I will knock the shit out of you. And a woman knows that there is a consequence as slapping the shit out of a man. So she will find another way to slap the shit out of him. And I know she wants to slap the shit out of this weak-willed motherfucker, unquote, empty barrel. Oh, yeah, I'm going to run the empty barrel in. Because that's what he was saying about that sister. And he told an outright lie. And also, my royal family, they was saying having John Kelly in there, he was going to be, he plays a role like a sergeant of arms. He's going to be the one in there that bring balance and not the fuckery and all of that. And I have been saying to the royal family, the longer you put a person on a platform and expose them, you're going to find out things about them. You're going to find out either they have a great deal of strength or weakness. And John Kelly is weak. Now, people are tripping off of him because he is a general. He's been in the military all his life. So you have to remember, even when you see a general, they take orders. They don't do their own thinking. Orders. See, when you are in the military and that is your career, and that's why they also like getting you young, they'll tell you to run to the bullet. You won't even think. You'll go to the bullet. You really will. So I want y'all to fully understand the dynamics of this empty barrels thinking. All right? He weak. Plus, that's what Trump wants around him too as well. But let's get back to the family dynamics. See, that changes the whole game, because this family do things together without anybody. So the level of influence, and again and again and again, my royal family, Trump is lacking in many areas, and we know that he has reading issues. And his daughter and son-in-law know it too. So they are privy to a lot of different things, and they know Pops is fucked up, so they deal with that. And they make him feel, see, because Trump, he fragile. They make him feel like basically he's grand and great. They don't make him feel like he feel inside, because he is inadequate. You see how he crosses his arms when he have meetings? Real tight. He gives you the frame of mind like he 4 years old. You the president. Body language plays a big factor. You're sitting on a throne and you got your fucking arms crossed, because that's a defense mechanism. He's afraid somebody gonna throw something out at him that he cannot answer. So he do a lot of unquote deflection. So that's what they are there for, to deflect for him, to go over things with him, because the motherfucker's slow. So anyway, my royal family, this is going to be interesting. And again, that last thing I'm going to put, Omarosa was cleared day one. So anyway, my royal family, do what you do best. Render your beautiful, divine voice. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.